When I first met Kavya, she was a dream wrapped in discipline. Sharp, elegant, and always in control, the kind of woman who could silence a boardroom with a single glance. I never thought someone like her would fall for someone like me, a simple software engineer who still used sticky notes for reminders and preferred homemade coffee over business dinners. But she did. Our love story began quietly, like a whisper between two busy lives. For 3 years it worked, or at least we thought it did. I was proud of her, proud of the empire she had built, proud every time I saw her name in the newspaper. But somewhere between success and sleepless nights, the space between us grew. At first, it was small: missed calls, postponed dinners, messages left on read. Then it became distance, emotional, invisible, but heavy. One evening, she came home later than usual. She didn't even remove her heels. She just stood near the window, looking out at the city lights. "Ariv," she said finally, her voice steady but low, "we need to talk." I felt that familiar ache, the one that comes before you lose something you love. She turned toward me, her expression unreadable. "This arrangement," she gestured between us, "this marriage, it's become a privilege I've taken for granted, and I can't live pretending anymore. I've decided we should stay apart from now on." For a moment, the world went silent. Even the ticking clock felt like it had stopped to listen. I wanted to ask why, but I already knew. Our lives had drifted too far apart, hers a world of decisions and deadlines, mine of quiet evenings and waiting. Still, I asked softly, "Is this what you really want?" She hesitated, just for a second, then nodded. "Yes. It's better for both of us." I didn't argue. I didn't beg. Maybe because I could see how hard it was for her to say those words. She wasn't cruel, she was exhausted, from fighting battles outside and holding guilt inside. That night, I packed my things silently. She watched, her hands trembling slightly as she handed me my jacket. I looked at her one last time, trying to memorize the face that had once felt like home. "Goodbye, Kavya," I said. She whispered, "Take care, Ariv." And that was it, the end of something that once felt unbreakable. The first few days were unbearable. The apartment I rented felt too quiet. Every morning, I still brewed 2 cups of coffee out of habit. I'd scroll through news articles about her company, seeing photos of her at conferences, her face calm and confident. I wondered if she missed me at all. Then, a week later, she called. "I cleared the study," she said. "You left some of your books." "I'll pick them up tomorrow," I replied. There was a pause, the kind that carries 100 unsaid words. Then she hung up. When I went to collect my things, she wasn't there. But she had left a note on top of my books. "Success gave me everything I asked for, except the peace you brought into my life. I hope someday you find someone who understands the value of quiet love, the way I finally do." I stood there for a long time, holding that note. She had ended the privilege, not out of pride, but out of realization. She needed to rediscover herself without the weight of pretending to balance 2 worlds. And maybe, in her own way, she was giving me freedom too. Now, whenever people talk about her, Kavya, the unstoppable CEO, I smile. Because I knew the woman behind that title. The one who loved fiercely but let go gracefully. Sometimes, love doesn't end because it fades. It ends because 2 people learn that even the strongest hearts need space to heal, and that's exactly what she gave us both.